Keeping the body fit helps your brain stay in better shape when you exercise. A local library is challenging residents to exercise both their mind and body. All the details of their events are coming up next on Polk Place. Hi, welcome to Polk Place. I'm Tina Mann, your host, and joining me in the studio today are Crystal Holmes, the head librarian, and Wayne McCarty, the teen librarian with Auburndale Public Library. Hi. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
I'm doing great. So haven't had you guys on a show in a very long time, so I'm excited to hear a little bit about the library, where you guys are located, what you guys are doing for the community.
So we're located in Auburndale, right smack in the middle of Auburndale, near the post office. We have started trying to expand our events. We're doing a new makerspace area now with trainings, and once you get trained, then you'll be issued a card where you can come in and sign up for time and just go play in the makerspace by yourself because you've been trained. We're starting to do some adult programming. Our teen programs are really taking off, and our children's programs have always been excellent. So we're trying to expand our programming and get people in to come and see us.
Sounds excellent. Let's break that down a little bit. What's a makerspace?
So a makerspace ranges from anything that you can create, starting with just glue and yarn and all the way up to robotics.
Fun.
Everything falls in that gamut. We received a grant from Walmart, $3,000 grant a few years back, and we got drones and makey-makeys. You want to explain makey-makeys?
The makey-makeys, a lot of it has to do with just circuit boards and kinetics. And so, like for example, one of the projects we made with the makey-makey was a banana piano. Mm-hmm. And it sounds crazy, but it's basically anything that's organic. Conducts the energy, right. And it plugs into the laptop via USB, and then the kids or whoever participates can play piano. You can control a PowerPoint with a houseplant. Oh, it's really interesting.
He can hold one clip, I can hold the other, and I can hit him and make music.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I love it. So we have makey-makeys and squishy circuits, and the Lego Mindstorms, and circuit boards that the kids can start with. We have a junior pack and a senior pack, and just all sorts of neat things for them to create. So we started with the high tech, and then we'll pull some of the low tech stuff in. A lot of the kids don't have exposure to being able to create anything, either in the classroom or at home. So we want to give them this area to just play and see what they're good at and see what they enjoy.
And in this day and age, with the lack of creativity among kids and just more screen time, this gives them an opportunity to really expand that part of their brain that a lot of kids don't get anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it by how uncomfortable they are when they come. Mm-hmm. Because they're afraid to touch everything, they're afraid to hurt something. Mm-hmm. We have to prod them to say, no, go experiment, go have fun, go play with it, you're not going to hurt anything.
We received a grant, an LSTA grant, for 4 iPads that are in the children's room and 4 for group projects and things. The iPad was in the children's room, the first one, for almost a week. We had to push children over there because they're so used to being told no, that they didn't understand, yes, go. And we had the makerspace kind of unveiling last month. It was really interesting to watch all ages come in and just start going, I'm afraid to fly the drone. Here, I've already slammed it into the TV. You can't do worse than the librarian. So,
whoops.
They're like, okay, and so now they play with it, they crash it, it's okay.
That sounds amazing. So you said you're working on expanding adult programming.
Mm-hmm.
By what types of things?
I had my first adult summer program this past summer, where I did a reading flash mob, and I did pedometer challenge where they were trying to get to the local landmarks stepwise.
Right.
And they learned the history of the landmarks as they were doing it. My first regular adult program is going to be a Harry Potter party.
Oh, fun.
And so we left the sorting hat in the car. Oh well. I have a sorting hat that I created. It's
How
really
fun.
exciting. And we're going to have some photo ops, and they're going to use sodas and try to make different potions and see how they taste. And of course, we have to have Muggle Quidditch. What's a Harry Potter party without Muggle Quidditch? And we're going to have trivia, and we're going to have different snacks and activities. And everybody's going to make their own wand. So
That
should
is
be a
so
lot of
much
fun.
Well, what's
and
in
this
it?
is for adults.
This is
Right.
for
Well, I was going to say
adults.
that's what's interesting is we had it for
Fun.
teens last year, and every adult that showed up was like, "Well, why can't I come?
They're like,
How come
I
it's
want
just
to
for
come
kids?"
play.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I wonder
so
what
that's-
house I would be. I think I'd be a Gryffindor. I think.
I think you'd be a Gryffindor
I
too.
don't know. It might be the nerdy ones because I mean, it just kind of goes in between those.
It was really fun when we did it for the teens. I did the sorting hat, and so I held it over them and I shook it and made all the sounds, you know. And most of the time when I picked the student's house, I picked the one they wanted. And if they weren't certain I would pick right, they'd whisper it to me before I did it.
Kind of like Harry did when
There
he
you
was
go.
when he had it on his head.
Yeah.
Not Slytherin.
Make a
not
wish.
Slytherin.
The sorting hat will take you into account.
That's hilarious. So let's talk a little bit more about this event. When is it?
It's October 21st.
October 21st.
October 21st. It's a Friday, and it's from 6 to 8. We're having, the Women's Club is right next door to the library, and so we're going to take over the Women's Club, and it's going to be decorated up really well.
How much fun. So, is there going to be food, anything like that?
We're going to have snacks and drinks. We're going to have butterbeer, of course, non-alcoholic butterbeer, but the drinks and food and activities and games and
How
just
fun.
good time.
I'm such a nerd. I'm a Harry Potter fan, so
Then you should come.
Well, you're going to be there, right? Yeah.
I should see if I can find a babysitter for that. Is there a cost for the event?
Nope, it's absolutely free. It's a library-sponsored program, so it's free. Just show up and have a good time. Dress as you're in the colors of your favorite house or
Nice.
as your favorite Harry Potter character. I'm going to be Professor McGonagall because, you know, the librarian just has to.
She's so brave. So why don't you tell me a little bit about the teen programming there at the library?
We usually twice a month have a game night for the kids. We try to focus on like board games because, like you said, the kids are getting so much screen time these days. A lot of the older games kind of fall through the cracks, and so we'll do that. But then once a month, what we do is we'll do a certain type of theme. For example, we've done a Renaissance Festival back last March. We've done Thanksgiving. We've done a Harry Potter night, a Twilight night. Usually, whatever book-themed film is coming out, we'll try to do
There's a lot of
that as our theme, right? So this most recently, we had a going back to school party. Now we ordered pizza for the kids. We had a craft where they could make crafts for their lockers. We had the drones from the makerspace in there. The kids could fly around, and so we try to get the kids to feel comfortable coming to the library. Not just to read or to study, but that's kind of their hangout place. You know, they come and they meet their friends there, and like she said earlier, it gives them something to do that they wouldn't necessarily have access to otherwise.
in a safe environment,
Right, exactly.
which for the parents is so important.
Sure.
And it's been really cool to see the difference in the way that teens relate to library staff in general since we
Right.
started. We've been doing it how long? The teen program, a year or 2 years?
2 years, 2.5 years.
2 years. And I used to have to shush them all the time. And I'd be like, okay, guys, you've been too loud today. You've had too many warnings. Try again tomorrow. Bye.
Right.
But since we started the program, I really don't have to do that anymore.
Well, and they're less intimidated.
They're
of the
less
staff. They
intimidated.
feel
They're more
comfortable in the building.
respectful. We created a space for them. We don't have enough to have a room for them, but we created a space for them. And I think because they feel invited because of the programs in that space, they react to us completely different than what we
Right.
did.
Nice. So you guys also have a zombie run coming up?
That's coming up in October as well, the same week as the Harry Potter party. We started initially because the color run essentially is like a marathon where you're kind of bombarded with color and it's loud and it's like a party.
Right.
And we did that a few years back and it went off very well. But we kind of modified it. We took the color run and we made it into an obstacle course. We did it right on campus, right on site. You had the kids show up, we had music, we had games and food. So we decided to modify it even further. So instead of hosting it over the summer, we're doing it in the fall, and we're calling it the Zombie Color Run Obstacle Course. So the big difference this time around is we're encouraging the kids to come dressed in their best zombie attire, their Halloween outfits. The staff's going to be dressed up, and it's amazing how easy it is to get volunteers to come and throw color at kids. Teachers are showing up, parents coming out of the woodworks. I mean, it's a busy time.
It's a legal way to throw things at your
right,
children.
but it's a ton of fun.
Why wouldn't you?
We've had over 100 pounds of color shipped in from California.
Oh, fun.
We've got a sound system set up, and so it's going to be a party, but it'll be a lot of fun.
And what ages is that for?
11 to 17.
11 to 17. And is that also a free event?
Absolutely, yeah, right.
Very
Sponsored by the library.
And that is on
The 18th.
the 18th.
At 4:30.
At 4:30 to about 6.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at the library.
It's right on campus, right behind the library. We have this a lovely park right behind where people usually have picnics and study, but that day we're going to turn it upside down.
Sounds like fun. So if people are interested in Auburndale and, you know, what events are coming up, how to get information about it, what's the best way for them to contact you?
Well, the City of Auburndale has a Facebook. So if you just type in City of Auburndale Facebook in Google, and it'll pop right up as the first thing. And they can also call us at the library, or they can email us. Either way, all the information is on the city website, auburndalefl.com.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out today. You guys sound like you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank
today.
you for having us.
The Auburndale Public Library invites you to their events, Zombie Color Run and Obstacle Course, and the After Hours Harry Potter Party. The Zombie Color Run and Obstacle Course is scheduled for Tuesday, October 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., while the Harry Potter Party is on October 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. Both events take place at the library located at 100 West Bridgers Avenue in Auburndale. For more information, you can give them a call at 863-965-5548.